It is now my distinct honor to present to you the 2021 Digital Design Program Spring Graduate Student Speaker and soon to be Bow Valley College alumnus, Mr. Tyler Arseneau. Tyler is a native-born Albertan, born in Calgary, but raised on his grandparents' farm just outside of Okotoks. Tyler spent his secondary schooling at Holy Trinity Academy in Okotoks, where he first discovered his love of the visual arts and technical skills such as 3D printing, wood-burning printing, shooting, and editing videos. After graduating from high school, Tyler went on to work in various industries, doing various jobs with no specific career goal to work towards. After a very serious medical incident in 2018, Tyler made a significant life choice. Realizing that life is precious and can be cut down in the blink of an eye, Tyler decided to take the plunge and pursue the passions in his life, creating stories, being involved with technology, and pursuing design. As a young child, Tyler enjoyed making movies and plays, so creativity was a gift that came naturally to him. So then, where to pursue studies in this area? Originally thinking of SAIT's film and production program, Tyler saw the digital design program here at Bow Valley College and knew it was a perfect fit for him. For Tyler, Bow Valley College was one of a kind. The program had every single thing he wanted, all wrapped up in one package. Video and audio production, marketing, graphic design, mobile app design, website design, and 3D animation. His direct quote was, "It was a one-stop shop that allowed me to try out a little bit of everything and to figure out where I wanted to go." Tyler was there the first day of class on day one nearly 2 years ago, and I think he's been to nearly every class since then. During a stay at Bow Valley College and the digital design program, Tyler soon found a home. Tyler told me at first he was, quote, "nervous as hell," end quote, to be partnered with 19-year-olds that were fresh out of high school. He wondered if he would fit in or be accepted or be thought as the weird old guy. But almost immediately, he found his way and found his home. Tyler said that one of the greatest things about the digital design program is that no matter how old or how young you are, whether you're from Canada or from abroad, and the one thing that binds him and all his classmates together is their love and passion for design. You know as a designer when you know that you are a designer when you know that to be true. You can see that and recognize that unquestionably. In putting the show together, I wanted there to be one speaker who was a student and who was chosen by their peers to speak on behalf of the class on a topic or topics of their choice. I asked the class to nominate confidentially one person for this role and to explain why they felt this person was the right one to speak on their behalf. Tyler received 6 nominations from his peers. Here's just a smattering of what his peers have said about him. Tyler has shown ongoing initiative, leadership, and dedication throughout our 2 years at Bow Valley College. I find that he is someone I can rely on, not just for our projects, but for friendship. He's become a collaborative partner and a place I can go for feedback, advice, and support. Another said, Tyler is a great communicator and speaks confidently and positively about the digital design program. While another classmate said, Tyler is a hard worker, a good team player, and shows enthusiasm for all his classes. And finally, he has consistently shown leadership, integrity, immense skill throughout our program. He always checks in and help in any area that he can. Not only is he incredibly talented and passionate, but he's one of the most hardworking people in the program. I would be extremely proud to have Tyler as our representative. There's one thing that never ceases to amaze me about teaching design. It's not like teaching other subjects. We don't often lecture for hours on end about theory. We don't read long papers about famous designers, and we certainly don't have tests and quizzes about course materials. What we do is we mentor, we coach, we explain, we show, we encourage, we offer constructive criticism, and we give our honest evaluation of the work, and finally, we offer suggestions for improvement. We aren't teachers in the traditional sense. We are collaborators, mentors, supervisors, and fellow designers. In many ways, teaching design is much, much harder than traditional teaching. And believe me, I've done both in my career. But what is so immensely rewarding is seeing a student come in on day one with little to no design or drawing skill and blossom into a full-fledged designer. You've all seen the work so far. You know that's true. And to work with a student of Tyler's ability is truly wondrous. It's been often said, you do not hire for skills, you hire for attitude. You can always teach skill. Tyler exemplifies this in its purest form. He's not only a terrific designer, that is nice and largely unimportant, but Tyler has a terrific attitude and most importantly, is an amazing person. When I asked Tyler why he specifically chose Bow Valley College and the digital design program, he said, quote, "To learn so many skills, to tell so many stories. I know there's something special about the program and I'm glad I trusted my gut," end quote. Tyler, we are glad you did too. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Tyler Arseneau.
Wow, Phil, what an intro. Phil Flegal, everybody, one of the incredible instructors here at the Digital Design Program, who helped guide and mentor us to put on this show, and helped to grow each and every one of us to become the designers you see before you today, a fact in which he can only apologize so much for. Now, I'd like to take a moment to thank Phil and the other instructors and give them recognition for their commitment to higher education, the people who gave us a chance at learning more than we ever thought possible in 2 years. Those same people that made the transition from on-campus to online way easier than it should have been. Fiona Monroe, Jeff Clemens, Dan Barnfield, Julie Gathercole, Scott Ornsby, Tyler Forseth, and David Pieknik. All these incredible instructors, it's only fitting that we give them a moment of awkward silence, which I'm sure they're all painfully used to by now, having experienced online learning in these last 2 terms. But don't worry, I'll start it off. Does anyone have any questions about what we learned today? Is that what you guys feel like? That's terrible. But in all seriousness, thank you. From the bottom of mine and everyone's heart here, you guys did such an incredible job, and we're so grateful we wouldn't be here today without you. So for those of you that forgot my name is Tyler Arseneau, and for those of you not a part of the program, it's my absolute pleasure to speak in front of you all today as the class speaker for Spring Show 2021. And it's with great honor that I've been selected by my classmates to be the representative to such an incredibly diverse group of creative minds. People from all over the world and all walks of life, and they chose me, I guess? This speech took a lot longer than I thought it would to write, for a couple of reasons. If this speech was all about me, I would talk about the opportunities this course provided me to work alongside some of the most incredibly talented people I know. I'd talk about the struggles I personally overcame to get to this point before you all. As Phil mentioned, I survived from a seizure just 3 years ago today that almost took my life. You know, I'd talk about my amazing family, my wonderful parents, my friends, my loving and beautiful girlfriend, all who helped support me in pursuing my dream. But that's not why I was selected today. I was selected by my colleagues to represent them and everything that we have accomplished and overcame in the last 2 years together. And how do I encapsulate everyone's experience into a speech? The struggles of coming to a new country to learn, or what it feels like to pivot your whole career to pursue passions. The adult learners who overcame their fears of coming back to learn something new. Or the fresh out of school kids who are striking out on their own for the first time. The full-time parents with full course loads, or balancing a full-time job while coming to school. Or the few people who turn school into their full-time job. I don't know, but here's my attempt. Firstly, it has to be said, graduating class 2021, we did it. We survived David's 8 a.m. 3-hour typography class. And I know, it was hit or miss. I wasn't sure we were going to make it. Actually, if you listen closely, it sounds oddly familiar. I should preface by saying David is an incredibly talented instructor who always goes above and beyond to make teaching bearable, even for, less than exciting subjects. And he can take a joke, I hope. He's not still marking, is he? But it doesn't really matter. We did it, graduating class. We actually graduated. Well, we kind of graduated. Like, we haven't got the paper yet, and it's technically not till next month, I think. But we're so close. I guess we have a few assignments still to hand in. Oh, dang. I could still fail. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Now, I know my job as the class speaker is to give you guys words of wisdom to take with you moving forward into your lives and careers. But if I'm being honest, all the wisdom I learned came from you guys. And I count my blessings, class of 2021, that I had the privilege to learn alongside all of you. Paige, you growing your calligraphy business, or Cheyenne, you being a homeschool mom, as well as a freelancer. Well, both of you were full-time students. Paige, as always, doing it in style. Cheyenne, extra large cup of coffee, or two, no judgment. But you two taught me that there is no excuse to not get it done, whether it is homework or building an online presence or business. Gilbert, your inspiring weight loss journey among the other hardships you overcame throughout this program, and watching your confidence grow like your rap career, you taught me to pick a goal and to go after it, day after day, one day at a time. Fang Yi, being a mature student from Taiwan who struggled with English, but watching you grow so tremendously as an artist, you taught me to take joy in the simple things, and no matter what, to always make some time for delicious food. Sean Marks, a single dad and a dear friend, you pivoted your whole career so that you could spend more time with your son. You taught me the importance of work-family balance, vulnerability, and to strive for a better life for myself and those I love. Arshdeep, you came to Canada straight out of high school to pursue your dreams, and if that wasn't enough, you decided to run as the representative for the school in creative tech. You won that, decided that wasn't enough, started tutoring, decided that wasn't enough, took a bunch of marketing certificates, while at the same time as a full class load. Do you want to know what you taught me? You're not human. Seriously, I don't know, does anyone know a high school student with that much level of dedication and drive? Well, I know one, and what he taught me is to take advantage of every opportunity available to me and to soak up as much information as I could. Vince, watching you overcome your struggles with learning over the last 2 years, especially when switching to online learning, watching you succeed and become a member of this very graduating class, you taught me perseverance, especially through tough times, and it can yield some great results. The always humble Kyla, a talented and hardworking artist from Okotoks, like myself, who is quiet, but your artwork speaks volumes. You taught me that practice is what makes some kick-ass art. Kit, with your infectious smile and positive perspective, you are literally sunshine in human form. And you taught me that there's a bright side to everything. You just have to know where to look. Brian, being fashionable in both your attire and your tardiness, you taught me the value of time in both taking and giving it. Gabrielle, you are one of the smartest, hardest working, and sweetest humans I have ever met. You taught me to be yourself regardless of what anyone thinks. And you taught me that one Fortnite dance, you know, like with the arms in the front and the back. It doesn't really matter. Hashtag gang gang. Manpreet, do you know in the 2 years I've known you, I have never once seen you complain. Seriously, you work full-time, have a full course load, and you have never complained once. From you, I learned that if I have time to complain, then I've got time to work. Chris, I've only had the pleasure of working with you through the video presentation, and you bring a level of polish and shine to everything you work on. Seriously. You taught me that it's okay to fuse your work with a little bit of silliness and a little bit of personality, and that's what makes it unique and special. Now, I want everyone to know that even if I didn't name you directly, know that I learned from each and every one of you, class of 2021. So many incredible lessons throughout our 2 years together. You inspire me every single day to grow, to have courage, to believe in myself, to work hard, learn, invest in coffee stocks. And most importantly, class of 2021, above everything else, you taught me that dreams are worth pursuing. And I hope I can live up to your examples. Thank you all for this opportunity. Thank you to everyone listening, and I look forward to seeing where all of you end up. Tyler, out.
Thank you again.